We are from the UIB Walmart Group, and we are here to present our analysis of student satisfaction level of Wi-Fi UIB. But first of all, let us introduce ourselves. The first one being myself, we have Wilhelmus Servando Are, and then we have Alfiana, Lionel Dedrick, Melvin, Juliana Triangawati, Franciscus, and then lastly we have Muhammad Izul bin Ruslan. Okay, for the first chapter, we have project background. As for our background, University International Batam has always been one of the most famous universities in Batam. Being an international university, it has connection to the other countries' campus. Due to being famous and international university, thousands of students currently attending college there. With that huge amount of students, providing an excellent internet connection for the whole campus is challenging. Our team currently performing a survey for this internet connection satisfaction with all the students. This is the report presentation of how we gather those information and how we process it. And for the second chapter, we have abstract. And for our abstract is the analysis of student satisfaction level at UIB with UIB's Wi-Fi. At present, the development of technology has increasingly advanced, with network being one of the most important facilities for students, such for the usage of doing assignments, searching for learning materials, researching. With the scale this big, maintaining a stable and fast connection is challenging. Therefore, the research problem is analysis of student satisfaction level at UIB with UIB's Wi-Fi. And for the third chapter, we have methodology research, sample visualization data, and then hypothesis testing. For the first one, I'm going to explain about methodology research. This study mainly aimed to examine the levels of satisfaction of each student currently or have used UIB's Wi-Fi internet connection around the campus area. The research using a survey questionnaires as its primary tools for data collection. The questionnaire is composed from several questions measured by their own categories of Wi-Fi service at UIB. Categorized as below. The first one, how often do you use UIB's Wi-Fi service? The second one, is UIB's Wi-Fi useful when you are in the college? The third one, how often does the problem occur while using the Wi-Fi service? For the fourth one, preference using private mobile hotspot compared to UIB Wi-Fi. And the last one, the fifth one, how satisfied are you about UIB's Wi-Fi performance? As for the next part, it's going to be explained by my partners.
Okay, so I'm Alfiana and I will explain the next part. So with 100 students are randomly chosen, we can simplify that most of the students that currently or have used UIB's Wi-Fi service were dissatisfied. Only a very small percentage from those 100 reviewers were satisfied for the UIB's Wi-Fi services. According to the survey's result, it revealed there are several factors causing the dissatisfaction increase very steep. The factors were 1. Wi-Fi speed is very slow. 2. Unreliable connectivity. And 3. The unstable speed. So here are the bar plot and pie chart for question 1, which is seberapa seringkah Anda menggunakan Wi-Fi UIB. So this is the code bar. Here we make the answer into one Excel. Then we summarize how much choose never use or how much people they choose they rarely use or choose neutral, use and always use, and we use PLT.bar to make the code bar chart. And this is the code for pie chart, and it's also the same like before, but we use PLT.py to make the pie chart. And these are bar plot number 2, that means for question 2. Okay, this is bar plot for question 2, which is, does UIB Wi-Fi help you in study process? And almost of them are answered neutral. And this is the code bar chart for number 2. It's also the same like number 1. So the same Excel, and we summarize them, then we use PLT.bar to make the bar. And this is the part plot for question 3, which is, do you often experience problems when using Wi-Fi UB during the lecture process? And almost of them answer always.
Okay, recording now. Current slide. Oke, itu potong sini ya. 3, 2, 1. Okay, my name is Ronald Dedrick. I'm gonna explain the next code. And this is code number 3. And this code is to count the frequency of how often the problems comes when using Wi-Fi UB. And first we have disagree, smart has 28%. The second is neutral, 27.1. The third is slightly disagree with 19.1%. The fourth is agree with 13.1%. And the last slightly disagree with 12.1%. Okay, and this number 4 is to count the preference to use mobile data hotspot or using Wi-Fi WeBay. Okay, and this is the result. The first we here we have bar plot number 5 and pie chart number 5. It's the same data but just different type of chart. At the bar plot, you can see the farthest high up is not satisfied, the red color, and second is slightly not satisfied. The next is neutral. The fourth is slightly satisfied, and the last is very satisfied. As you can see in the pie chart, the data shown is the same. Most is slightly the most is not satisfied. The second is slightly not satisfied. Next is neutral, slightly satisfied, and very satisfied. And this code number 5 to count the chart from previously. And this is hypothesis testing for number 1. And as you can see the result, the p-value is more than 0.5. Therefore, the hypothesis is Wi-Fi UB is easy to be accessed. And the next is hypothesis number 2. As you can see, the result is more than 0.5. It means the Wi-Fi UB is very helpful when college.
Okay, everyone. Next, I'm Melvin. I'm going to be presenting about the hypothesis testing for question 3. The code is the same as Q1 and Q2, and we take the data from the part and the column Q3 in the Excel. We calculate the mean from the data tree. The variable t-test we use to conduct a one sample t-test between data tree and hypothetical value of 5. The result is mean value of Q3 is 4.3. The p-value is lesser than 0.05, and the hypothesis is Wi-Fi will be string trouble. And the hypothesis testing for question 4, we take the data from the part, the column Q4, we calculate the mean. Then the t-test, we compare it for data 4 and the value 5. And the result is the mean value is 2.6. The p-value is lesser than 0.05. And the hypothesis is lebih memilih pakai mobile hotspot. And the question 5, we take the same as before. We take the data from the part and the column Q5, we calculate the mean. Then the t-test variable, we compare it for one sample test between data 5 and the hypothetical value of 5. Result is the mean value is 2.1 for the question 5. The p-value is 1. And the p-value is lesser than 0.05. The hypothesis is performa of UB tidak memuaskan penggunaan. And the hypothesis testing for two sample almost the same, but we are using two sample, not a hypothetical value. The code is, we take the data from the part Q3 and Q5 column, and we calculate the mean. The t-test, we conduct a two sample test between the data Q3 and data Q5, and the result is the mean for question 3 is 4.3, the mean for question 5 is 2.1, and the p-value is lesser than 0.05 or alpha. Result had no rejected. There's connection between question 3 and question 5. Next, I will be presenting about design and data research instrument. For the design and data research, we are using Google Form. The first section is the identity. It consists of data, nama, name, NPM, and the major or program study they are in. And for the title is tingkat kepuasan mahasiswa UIB terhadap UIB. Next, we have the 5 question. As you guys can see, seberapa seringkah Anda menggunakan Wi-Fi UIB? Apakah Wi-Fi UIB membantu Anda dalam proses perkuliahan? Apakah Anda sering mengalami problem saat menggunakan Wi-Fi UIB dalam proses perkuliahan? Apakah Anda lebih memilih untuk menggunakan Wi-Fi UIB dibandingkan menggunakan mobile hotspot? Seberapa puas Anda terhadap performa dari Wi-Fi UIB? And the answer for all these questions, it can be scaled it can be rated from 1 to 5. Thank you. Next will be presented by my friend.
Okay, this is data from survey. Next slide, please. 5 is dispersion, slackness, and kurtosis. Next slide. And this is code question 1. As the Python code, we have to import the kurtosis and the slackness from the file called script. Then we import the rest file, which is pd to read the Excel, lt to create a figure instance, and t to reveal the illustration of the slackness and kurtosis. As the functions x and y here are to compute the average of students who use Wi-Fi on the campus. Lastly, we print out all the data and p-title, p-plot, and p-show, which will illustrate a figure when we run the Python code. Then we can see the results, kurtos and segment values, and the crops. As you can see, most students chose OWELS to answer the question. Does UIB students often use the campus Wi-Fi? And this is part to question 2. In this slide, the method is still the same as previously, just the rank and the question are different along the illustrated data. And the left side is for the kurtosis and segment values, and the right side is to show whether does UIB Wi-Fi connection is helpful in the process of studying. It is because that network is the most student slash. Then it will be continued to my colleague.
Okay, then this presence grow and kurtosis code. The first import deployed the play plot as PLT, import pandas as PD, from Skippy stats, import kurtosis, skew, import PLF, P. This is the code QQ3. The next, this is the display result of this presence grow now and kurtosis results Q3 distribution data. Distribution data code got Q1. The first DF together with VD Excel. This is the display code Q1. And the output result normal distribution data result Q1. This is the code normal distribution data code Q2. In the first import metloid layer load SPLT import minus SPD from skippy dot stats import nom PSNP import Shibon as SNS and fetch together with the file tf pd read itself. And the display result of normal distribution data result Q2. This is the output. Code Q3 normal distribution data import metloid layer load SPLT import minus SPD. This is the code Q3.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera everyone. My name is Muhammad Izzy Roslan and I will continue with the result for question 3. So for the question, apakah anda sering mengalami problem saat menggunakan Wi-Fi UEB dalam proses kuliahan? So this is the result. We get that the response for question 3 is similar for the left and the right side. So here is the normal distribution data that we get. And then we are going to number 7, visualization data, report and analysis data. So this is our code on how we get the visualization data, report and analysis data. First, we need to import all the libraries as we get here, pandas, numpys, matplotlib.pyplot and seaborn. So here we are going to link it and we set the data frame with the PD, read SL, our link, and here is the column that we use. Okay, then we print. Okay, for this part, we want to get the basic statistic of the data set. So here we are using a print data frame describe. So next line, we are doing data frame mean score. Here we want to get all the mean score for the question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4 until question 5. And then for this part, we want to plot the curve. So as you guys can see, we are using data frame mean score and then plot which the statistics going to use rotation equal to 15, which title mean satisfaction score tingkat kepuasan mahasiswa UEB terhadap Wi-Fi UIB, and then at level using timestamp and mean score. Y level is mean score, and then we show it. And lastly, we have box plot. And here we are using the same thing, which data frame using question 1, question 2, question 3 until question 5 for the name of the box plot. And the title using the distribution of satisfaction score for each question, and the Y level is using score. So next we will see the result. Okay, this is the first the graph for mean satisfaction of score tingkat kepuasan mahal UIB terhadap Wi-Fi. So as you guys can see here, for the Y level we are using mean score from 2 until 4.5, and then here is the timestamp. When does the mahasiswa UIB put their response? So yes, you guys can see it here. Next, this is the box plot. The box plot of distribution of satisfaction score for each question. So for question 1, we can see it here. The score is mainly on 3 until 5. And then question 2 is from 2 until 4, which question 3 is 4 until 5. Question 4 is from 1 until 3.5. And also question 5 is from 1 until 3. So the green one, you can see the majority one. Okay. And then next. Okay, and lastly, this is the basic statistic that we get. And here we get count for basic statistic of the data set from question 1 until question 5. Here we get count, mean, standard deviation, and mean, and also the max. Okay, thank you so much for everything, and that's all from us. And yeah, bye bye.